McCarthy watches on. A generation ago, football was not the biggest sport in Madagascar. The three most popular sports were Morangi, a traditional martial arts with similarities to Thai boxing, petanque, which is the sport in which the Malagasy have twice been world champions in, and rugby union, in which they've twice reached the Africa Cup final. Long range, ambitious, woefully off target. The fullback retreats. Madagascar are growing in confidence. Cross towards Masud Juma. It's a little far ahead of him, but he's got some chase on to keep it in play. Got the initial touch on, but couldn't pull it back. Into the 100th minute. 20 minutes of extra time remains. Sides still deadlocked at 1 apiece. Long range, and it's taken a deflection off an opponent. Out for the corner it goes again. Kenya are winning the set pieces. Well, they've managed to score from a set piece. They haven't capitalized on the number of set pieces that they've had, certainly. Captain Aboud Toldo gets a touch on it, steers it away, throw in Kenya on the far side. Sagari looking for the long throw. Goal kick. Kibarge in an advanced position. And he's been an international for a number of years now, made his debut against Eswatini back in 2018. Eswatini was the side that Madagascar beat to qualify for this tournament. They won 2-0 in the first leg. They lost the second leg, but advanced 2-1 on aggregate in the Southern Zone qualifiers. Fino Asinap scoring the all-important second goal in the 2-0 win, which ultimately proved decisive. Bono. The outside of Omija, it's there for Ryan. Pulled it back into a little bit of space. Lalaina. It's had a very quiet evening by his standards. Still alive for Madagascar, and that's a poor effort from the substitute, Toki Niaina. A rampant goal scorer in the Malagasy League last season, the Madagascar Pro League. But not on this occasion. It's been an interesting time in the Madagascar Pro League. It was contested by 16 teams, played in a round-robin format across 2 groups for a little while, but this last season 4 teams were excluded after refusing to play in what was a newly arranged 3 regional conference league. Fossa Juniors ended up topping the group by a point from Fanalamanga in the initial stage. In the championship playoff, it was Juco Plus who were crowned champions in mid-July, and a week later secured the cup when they beat Fanalamanga 1-0. Here's Sakari. Owns Kenya a throw-in opposite the 18-yard area. We're approaching half-time in extra time. throw. It was a testing throw as well. Alfonso looks to recover. Madagascar throw. Alfonso is disappointed with the call. Alfonso taking that ball to the sideline. Madagascar can't bring it under control this time. Alfonso out of play. Kenya throw. A few concerned looking faces in this largely partisan Kenya crowd. Just over 15 minutes. Throw in Kenya. Sakari will take again. Kibwage comes charging into the 18-yard area. Long throw over. Oh, it's cleared off the line. It's headed around. It's still alive. It's not scrambled in. A goal-mouth melee, and Kenya now on the back foot as Madagascar look to hit. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Feno Hasina, square ball, out wide Madagascar, blocked by Siraji. Well, drama plenty in the final minute of the first half of extra time. A goal-mouth scramble, could have seen Kenya take the lead. Cleared off the line. Niaina, with his body on the line, denies Kibwage. A couple of goes, and then the clearance on the counter. Feno Hasina unselfishly across to Lalaina on the far side, but Siraji positioned himself well. Captivating and dazzling, but still no goals that separate these sides. It's half-time in extra time. 1-1 it remains. Referee Diouf signalling to the teams he'd like them to switch halves and get the play back underway. The technical teams are summoning their players to the technical areas. That is not what the referee wants. He wants them to switch sides and get play back underway. So, into the first half in extra time. Kenya 1, Madagascar 1. Nomija with a header 3 minutes after the half-time. After half-time, and then Feno Hasina on 69 minutes with a penalty. The first of 2 quarter-final ties that will take place today. The other between co-host Tanzania and Morocco, who finished runners-up to Kenya. Madagascar finished runners-up to Tanzania. Niaina with a yellow card. 3 of the 4 Madagascar defenders on yellow cards in this game now. Only the captain, Tony, does not have a yellow card. Toldo has played his part magnificently again. Wildly athletic and acrobatic goalkeeper. But he's months away from his 40th birthday. Second half of extra time is underway. Kenya pushing for a winner. Madagascar looking to latch onto a counter-attack to find a decisive goal in their favour. Siraji. Back to Toldo, the Malagasy goal. Libarea. A resilient side, reinvigorated. Malagasy football has come such a long way in recent years. For many, just a generation ago. Kenya go through the centre here. blocked by Tony, away by Mani Trisa, won back by Onyango briefly. Lalaina has it, but he's steered it back into the path of Bono, who looks to go on the overlap now, but his run is cut out on the far side. Problem for Onyango, I think it is, or for Edward Omondi. It's Edward Omondi. Struggling with cramp, being helped by the opposing captain. Kenya have pressed, probed, penetrated, but they've not scored a second, following Madagascar's equaliser. It's been a wonderful atmosphere at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi, for nearly all of the 36,000+ fans that have gathered in this venue for this tie. They would be delighted if Kenya continued on their fairy tale run this tournament. But for a small band of Malagasy fans, and perhaps for a few neutral fans too, they'd be looking to a Barea victory. Just over 10 minutes away from a possible penalty shootout, though. Offside flag is up. Masujuma. Side, Kenya look through again. Mani Trisa away. Here's Aboud. Siraji now. Back to Aboud. Onyango wants it. Gets it now. Finds Kibwage on the halfway line. He goes diagonal, but it's a little too far ahead of Sakari, who's done wonderfully to get close. But the frustration continues. Madagascar are a side that build confidence with each and every upset. They're a team that have shocked the continent on more than one occasion. They've gone from underdogs to dark horses to serious contenders. They're looking to upset Kenya as co-hosts here and now. Kenya unbeaten in the group stages, top of the group. In Group A, the group of death. A ball in that's steered away by Tony. Throw in Kenya. Off Onyango. Spilled free. Masud Juma. Siraji's out wide. Chips it back in behind the defensive line, and it's not brought under control. Ryan scoops it away. Feno Hasina and Lalaina look to make a run forward. Feno Hasina, Lalaina's back alongside him in support. Lalaina can't get on the end of it as Aboud cuts out the pass. And Kenya look to launch a transition of their own. There's a 4-on-4 situation for Kenya. Edward Omondi now. Drifting wide is Toki. Omondi gets the ball into the danger area. Mr. Ndongo got a touch on it. Siraji's still here. Near side, Siraji goes side netting. 10 minutes to play. Austin Odiambo, who scored twice in this tournament, looks as if he can't look. Anxiety and nerves. Hearts are pounding. Hearts in mouths for those in the stands, for those on the pitch. composure, calm. That is what may well decide this game yet. Toki Niaina. Omija cuts it out. Forward, Toki. This time on the end of it. Omija can't win it back here. Lelaina turns and goes. Sakari gets it back. Onyango has it now. Kenya seek a way through. Tony under pressure. Siraji and left by Manitrisa. An uneasy silence. Continue with the throw. Fenohasina's down. Feeling aggrieved that the decision did not go in his favour. Lovely touch from Onyango, but then he loses his footing and needs to compose himself. Steers the ball back. Kibwage now forward back into Madagascar territory. Mr. Juma was underneath this one, but Tony got his head on it first. There's Niaina. Toki Niaina. Free kick Madagascar in a very handy position as well. Fenohasina goes down. Kibwage accepts the decision, but McCarthy does not. Lelaina, scorer of 2 goals for Madagascar at this tournament, stands over it. Toki's the other player over it. Toki will hit it with a left boot, strikes it straight into the wall. Into the body of Masud Juma, kept alive. Toki Niaina now. Away by Omija. Madagascar have it back. Manitrisa looks from range. Referee stops play after this ricochet away. Looks like Alpha Onyango is down. Just over 5 minutes away. So Juma and Onyango coming together. It's his own teammate. He's bundled him over. Just over 5 minutes away from a possible penalty shootout. Toki Niaina. Cut back, danger area, and Omondi claims it. A looping ball that lacked power, but a fine effort from Madagascar. A lovely break down the right flank, laid the ball into space. Kenya have a chance here. And the offside flag eventually goes up. Chances on both ends. The offside flag raised, and correctly so. Toldo gets play back underway. Kenya 1, Madagascar 1. Bono down under a challenge. Free kick Madagascar. Finds Manitrisa. Now Feno Asina tried to pick out Ryan, but he steered that ball inadvertently out of play. Kenya look like they're going to bring on Silvestre Owino. Well, they've made 5 changes already. If a game goes to extra time, you can make a 6th. Was that off the arm of Masoud Juma? Referee thinks so, and free kick Madagascar. So change is being made. Alpha Onyango, who's had another hard-fought battle in midfield, in which he's so often come out on top, he's going to make way. And Silvestre Owino, who before this quarter-final tie had played every minute of this competition for Kenya, he makes his way on late, perhaps with an eye on the penalty shootout. Coaches will be thinking of penalty shootouts. By this stage, the goalkeepers will be thinking of penalty shootouts as well, while remaining focused on what's happening before them. Forward from Siraji. Nicholas now. Kenya have the throw. Aboud calls for it. Siraji leaves it and Nicholas goes down. He's back on his feet. His play is underway. Mija steals the ball out wide. Sakari couldn't pick out a teammate, couldn't keep the ball in play. Dante jogs back to his starting position. Madagascar make a change now, and Nicolas, who seemed to be struggling in recent minutes, is making his way off. Mamisoa is on. He's had an excellent performance for Madagascar in midfield as the Fossa Juniors man. Mamisoa, defensive midfielder from Elgerco Plus, makes his way on now. 90 seconds of extra time remains, and then it's penalties to decide who advances to the final 4. Mija, Abuire, Aboud, Omija, spilled free, picked up on by Toki Niaina, but not capitalized upon. Siraji comes together with the fullback Niaina. Free kick Madagascar in the 120th minute of this tie. The first quarter-final of the Total Energies African Nations Championship of 2024. There is nothing now that those players on the bench can do about the result for both Kenya and Madagascar. And it's an anxious, almost fearful wait. Omondi comes out, punches the ball away. 2 players lie fallen in front of him. Omondi taking control of the situation. Might have taken out some of his opponents as well. Feno Asina down. Medical attention on for both as we hit the 120-minute mark. 2 minutes of additional time in extra time. Owino, Feno Asina, both being caught by the charging goalkeeper Omondi. He was well within his rights to make that challenge. Feno Asina with the Malagasy equaliser after Kenya had taken the lead through Omija. Kenya beat Democratic Republic of Congo, 2-time champions. They drew 1-1 with Angola. They beat 2-time champions Morocco 1-0, and then beat perennial contenders Zambia by 1-0 to finish top of Group A. Madagascar, after that sluggish start that began with a goalless draw against Mauritania, then a 2-1 loss to co-host Tanzania, came back with victories over Central African Republic and Burkina Faso to advance to the knockout stage, both still very much alive. For Madagascar, the hope of a second successive semi-final is on the cards. For Kenya, the dreams of a fairy tale run continuing, still largely apparent. Away by Tony. Omija. Now wide. Sakali being chased down by the very pacey winger Ryan. Keeps it alive. Does so again. Delivery in. Away from Toldo. Catches Nabwire. Aboud on the follow-up. Drives it into his teammate Marvin Nabwire. Siraji on the end of this ball, but it's too close to Toldo and it's opportunity lost. The 2 minutes of additional time and extra time is done, but there was an injury concern in that added time, so there'll be a little time added on to that. Feno Hasina looks to get on the end of this, but Aboud scoops it away. Throw in Madagascar. Hoisted high by Nyaina. Cleared under no real pressure by Kibwage. Kenya look to send it forward. Masujuma chasing, but he's nowhere near it. Albert Diouf. A little look at his watch. Whistle not yet in his mouth. At the end of 120 minutes, we are going to witness penalties to see who secures a semi-final berth in this African Nations Championship. Kenya took the lead through an Omija header. Feno Hasina secured the equaliser for Madagascar from the penalty mark. 1-1 it ends following 120 minutes of intense football. There'll be a quick huddle, a chance to chat. But following 120 minutes of game time, the sides cannot be separated. Kenya 1, Madagascar 1. We'll have penalties to see who advances to the semi-final. Kibwage and Aboud, part of the defensive unit of this Kenya side that have stood stoically, conceded only twice in 5 games. Who will take the penalties? Who will hold their nerve? Who will secure passage for their side? Will it be Madagascar who continue to defy the odds, or will it be the debutants on home soil with no prior CHAN experience? Kenya topped the group of death, but in the knockout stages they had a knock of their own as they conceded the equaliser to Madagascar in the second half. Masujuma among those whose experience may prove telling for Kenya in the shootout. So many parallels that can be drawn between Madagascar's fairy tale run in 2022 in Algeria and Kenya's run here in this edition, both as debutants, both building confidence with each upset, both shocking the continent with a series of results, and both turning them from dark horses into contenders. Captain Aboud with words for his teammates. Dax is having a few words with his team. In their respective huddles, they'll be discussing who takes the kicks, but they'll also be looking for some inspiration. And look no further than a man who won virtually everything. As a player, stellar career for Benny McCarthy, who is regarded by his players as a brother, as a father, and as a hero, and he inspired them here. Madagascar, meanwhile, offer up a prayer. There is a rigid belief in their ability, Madagascar. Bear in mind, no players from Europe. This is a battle of domestic league products. Madagascar have displayed some tactical sharpness in today's tie, just hinting once again at a football ecosystem that doesn't always get visibility. Similar for Kenya. There is talent waiting to be showcased. Indeed, with every fixture, they lay it out for all to see. But now the focus falls on the goalkeepers. The responsibility on the shoulders of two men. For Kenya, by Omondi. For Madagascar, Toldo. They hold hopes and expectations on their shoulders. 2 clean sheets and a man of the match performance against Morocco. Adverjour for the warning to the goalkeepers, just taking them through the rigid instructions they need to follow. Can't leave their line before the ball has been struck. Toldo, at 39, he's seen much in club football, but in this tournament he's seen 3 Man of the Match awards, and those were not by accident. First player to take a penalty in this shootout will be the Madagascar captain, Tony. 31-year-old from the Antananarivo club, Algeco Plus, the reigning league champions. Madagascar's equaliser came from the penalty mark. The soft-spoken Roro Rakutundrabe watching on, coach of Madagascar, at their second chat appearance after guiding them to third at their first. Tony to take the first penalty in the shootout against Omondi. Tucks it home with aplomb. Struck it firmly, struck it fiercely. And Tony gives Madagascar the early lead in the shootout. Mohamed Siraji to step up for Kenya. The man who signed from Bandari last week for Gor Mahia. To get Kenya on the scoreboard in the penalty shootout. Siraji against Toldo, tucks it home. An excellent penalty from the substitute Siraji. And it goes over to Omondi to encourage him to produce some heroics in the shootout. High and wide, impossible for goalkeepers. (1-1) in the shootout. Madagascar have a chance to make it 2-1 in the shootout. The man that won the penalty for Madagascar, central defender Toki. He's got a brilliant left boot. Denied by Omondi! It's early days in this penalty shootout. But Omondi's save rouses this partisan home crowd. The fan base roars as Omondi saves. And Toki is denied passage. Clutches his head in frustration. A penalty miss does not mean your side is down and out. Still several penalties to come, and next up for Kenya is Daniel Sakari, Dante. Strikes the ball crisply and cleanly, usually. Does so again, and Kenya do lead 2-1 in the shootout. Advantage Kenya through 2 rounds. 3 rounds to go. There was very little Toldo could do about that. Two peerless, powerful, prodigious penalties from Kenya. And a stupendous save from Omondi means the Harambee Stars have the advantage. Now Lelaina, goal scorer. Consummate from the penalty mark. Lelaina makes no mistake. Beats Omondi and walks back to his mark. It's 2-2, but Kenya have a kick to come. Lelaina, the goal scorer against Central African Republic, a goal scorer against Burkina Faso. There's the man who scored the penalty in regulation time against Omondi, Feno Hasina. Will he take a penalty? Sylvester Owino is next up for Kenya. Subbed on late by Benny McCarthy. Played every minute of the group stages as Kenya went undefeated. Looks to keep them in front in the shootout now. Sylvester Owino, straight over Toldo. Kenya 3-2 to the good through 3 rounds. Three successful strikes from the penalty mark from Kenya, and they've all come from the boots of substitutes. Siraji, Sakari, and Owino. Omondi's played his part, and the substitutes have played their role for Kenya. 2 rounds to go. Madagascar are still in it. If they convert this, it's 3-3, and anything can happen. Omondi at the ready, staring down Feno Hasina for the 2nd time in the game. The first came on 69 minutes when Feno Hasina equalised. Omondi beaten again by Feno Hasina. Tucks it away. It's 3-3 in the shootout. Only Omondi's save to deny Toki separating the sides currently. It's still advantage Kenya, but they need to convert. And the first player from Kenya not to feature off the bench in this penalty shootout is Mike Kibwage. One of the leaders of this Kenya side. Kibwage staring down Toldo, takes a longer run up and is denied by Toldo. It's back on level terms. Kenya can't hold on to the advantage as Toldo steps up. It's 3-3, and the goalkeepers have made a save apiece. We're one round away from sudden death. You can't keep Toldo out of the game for long. Produces a moment of heroics in the shootout. It's back on level terms once more, as it was in the game. Kenya took the advantage. Madagascar snatched it away from them. In the shootout, Kenya took the advantage, and Madagascar have just snatched it away from them once more. Nicholas can't watch. Substituted off late after a massive performance. Taken quickly by the substitute, Toki Niaina, tucks it away, and Madagascar lead 4-3. This needs to go for Kenya. Otherwise, it's Madagascar who advance. The pressure on now. And the man who steps forward to deal with all that pressure is the man that scored the opening goal in this tie, Alfonso Mija, just 22, back at the club where he started. Gor Mahia after spells with Kariobangi Sharks and Dhofar in Oman. Dax looks excited. Madagascar are ready to celebrate. Kenya on tenterhooks. Omija to keep Kenya in the shootout after scoring just after half-time. Puts it wide and Madagascar advance. They eliminate Kenya at the quarter-final stage. It's all over for the co-hosts, and the fairy tale alive once again for Madagascar. Debutants 2 years ago finished third. Their chance of finishing in even better position than that is still very much alive here. Roro Rakotondrabe tries to console Benny McCarthy. Masujuma crestfallen. Kenya eliminated. Madagascar stay. Nabwire collapses. Madagascar, they are delighting. Toldo with tears. Celebrating their success. It was advantage Kenya initially.